Hello and welcome to episode 8 of my trail marathon training and racing guide. So this video is all about preparing for race day and how to manage those start line nerves to make sure it doesn't affect your race. So if you train consistently as per my training plan in one of my earlier videos on this guide, and you get used to the gear and the nutrition that you're going to be eating on race day, then there's really nothing else for you to do. You should be completely prepared and ready for your trail marathon. What I will say though is make sure you have everything ready the day before the race. So I would do a flat lay, put out everything you're going to be carrying on the floor and take a photo of that. That way if there's something missing from your gear, you've got that day to actually buy it, go out to the shop and make sure you've got it ready for the next day. Also, laying out all your gear is going to give you peace of mind the night before, so you're not worried before you go to sleep thinking, oh, have I forgotten something? Because there is a lot of stuff you need to take on a trail marathon, so it can be a little bit overwhelming. But lay it out and make sure you've got everything the night before, and you'll have a much better night's sleep. And if you have a good sleep before the race, you'll be able to race much better the next day. Don't forget to charge your GPS watch as well. And the thing is, trail marathon races start very early in the morning, so it's very important to get that good night's sleep. It's also important to think about your breakfast for race day as well, because if you're traveling for a race, you might not have access to a good enough breakfast to fuel you for the start of that race. So what I like to do is take my food with me if I'm staying in a hotel. I will take enough food for my breakfast, and I will have thought about how I can actually prepare the breakfast. Because more often than not, hotel breakfasts don't actually open early enough for you to be able to get breakfast before your race. So ensure you prepare for that and make sure you've got breakfast ready. So what I like to have for breakfast before a race is a banana, say 1.5 hours to 1 hour before the race. So that's a slow energy release food. So I find if I have one about an hour before the race, it's kind of settled down a bit in my body and that energy is ready to be used. The next thing I personally like is toast with peanut butter. Peanut butter is such an awesome, pretty natural fuel for running. So I really enjoy taking that for a race too. Another thing you can do is have some muesli. Now the great thing about muesli is you can buy little pots in supermarkets, and that means it's very portable, so you can get a couple of pots and know that you can take that with you to your hotel and just add some hot water in the morning. So most hotels will have a kettle in there, so that's really easy breakfast to make in a hotel. And the next important thing for me is to have my morning coffee. So that's something I can easily do in a hotel. A lot of the time they will give you access to a little coffee machine in your room. But if not, make sure you can find a coffee shop that's open early enough before the race. Well, I hope you enjoyed those little nuggets of wisdom for how to prepare for your race, and also how to manage those nerves that can occur before race starts. I know I wish I had some of that information before doing my first trail marathon. Right, there's only one more video in this trail marathon training and racing guide, and that is all about how to finish your race strong, feeling good and looking good too. So click on over and let's get started with that one.